What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. It is the 10th day of January, and here we are sitting at about $2.10 with roughly 6 hours and 14 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. XRP, in my opinion, it's clear as day, has broken out of its very long-term channel here. Not financial. I say channel, I'm just drawing one line. It's like a long-term downward sloping channel, right? We've just broken out of it. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but call me crazy. I think that a move that's effectively taken about 6 months, a trend that we've been forming for 6 months, I think that a move that broke out of that trend that we were in for 6 months, the move that broke out of that about 6 days ago, 6 days ago, forgive me for saying this or thinking this, but I don't think this move is done. Right? I don't think that you broke out of a trend that you've been in for 6 months to stop it here. It's possible. It's possible. But with this volume backing it up, I don't think so. I mean, we look at Bitcoin. And while the world was panicking, absolutely panicking that Bitcoin was going to go below 70K, we were going to go to new lows, right? Everybody was panicking. Right here on these days, everybody's panicking. We're bear flag breakout. We're going to go down. You guys remember that, right? If you're watching this channel, you probably don't, because we did not call this a bear flag. It was not a breakout. It was not a bear flag breakout because there was no volume. If we broke out of this trend like this, very small trend, but still a trend like this, and we had volume like this, then we would have been freaking out. Then the breakout would have been more valid. This is a valid breakout with the volume and everything to look. I mean, just using your eyeballs, take the volume away. Take it away entirely. I mean, you can see that this move is different, right? It's clearly different than anything else. It's clearly broken the trend. We have a higher high here, relatively speaking. Is it a higher high overall? Is that official? I don't know, but all I do know is if we get above $2.70, there's no disputing it at that point that we have broken this trend. $2.70, we're at $2.10 now. It's a little bit of a ways away, but I do think we're going to move up there. I think that what we're forming right now is just a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a check back maybe at prior points of resistance, and then we continue to move higher. We look at this from the high overall, putting it down to the low here. We've gone just above the 382. It's very common to wick above the 382 but close below, or wick above it but close below it. We did close a little bit above it technically one day. But from going to your 382 and then back down to your 236, very common procedure when working your way up to the golden ratio. So that's the next call. And again, as I said before, you can maybe deny, okay, this isn't a higher high there. Okay, just like this is, even though it's a higher high, it's technically not, right? We still have lower highs, right? Okay, right? This was a higher high here, but not really. It was a lower high, right? I get it. But at that point, can we all agree that getting above here, at that point, we're certainly not in a lower high environment anymore? That point will be broken with the event of this next move happening. I mean, the expectation generally, from my perspective, is 382, 236, golden ratio, 0.5382, 786, golden ratio, and then extensions. That's typically what I look for in just any kind of fib setup at all. And right now, we're picture perfect for this beginning phase where we would likely then now push up to this golden ratio zone. Either by the end of this next week, which is on the 18th, it's the 10th today, or maybe sometime shortly thereafter. By the end of this month, though, we should be up at this golden ratio zone. We should be around $2.70 to $3. And with that, we should be breaking above this, undoubtedly solidifying that this was the low, that we have broken the trend, and that we're doing something new, right? Weekly time frame. Imagine we're up here, right? Imagine we're in a block, and you were at the base of this block once, and you return to this price. And you're at the base of this block again, you return to the top end of the zone. You're at the base of this block now, and you're up here. Right? The thought's going to be, we probably don't find resistance midway through the block. We probably return to the upside. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking when we return to the upside, at that point, when people were screaming bear market down here, it seems pretty damn likely that this would be the time at which we break through it. This next attempt up, when we see new all-time highs, likely will break this trend that we've been in overall since November of 2024 and propel us to dramatically higher prices. Let's look at the short-term stuff. We'll zoom out from there. We'll wrap this video up. Okay, 1 hour time frame. Things are a little bit boring. I typically like this look where you're coming down. You've got this weird little like U right here. I like that. I don't like how flat we've gone. This should have reacted more soon. You know, like if it looks like this, if it looks like that, that's great. But what we have is more like this. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if that's what we get. Maybe we move up from here, but I wouldn't be terribly surprised just looking at the price action if we did move down. Wouldn't scare me. Not a lot of volume, it seems. The RSI is in a neutral yet bearish position, so in the stochastics as well. The MACD is technically bearish at the moment. I mean, anything could happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if we went a little bit lower. From here, maybe we get some kind of fake out to the downside. Remember, we're holding support at the 236, that overall red line, that 236. I don't expect that if we move lower from here that we're going to move dramatically lower. I don't expect that. But could I see something where we come back down and literally touch this low here? Maybe. Looks like we're breaking out, and then we move up. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Maybe we get a little bit below that low, maybe, and then we find support at this resistance point, and then we move up. I think overall, what we do from here might convince people that we've broken out to the downside, but really we're going to break out of this range to the upside overall. I won't be amused by any kind of little pullbacks. I hope, and I think there's a bunch of trigger happy degen traders out there who are waiting for this line to break, and then as soon as it does, ho, I know something, I'm going to go short, and then you get eaten up right in your face. Mark my words, guys, it's going to happen. 4-hour time frame. Looking at this, looking at the indicators, the RSI, it's a bit bearish here. It's a bit bearish down here, but overall, pretty damn bullish, actually. Very, very bullish. So again, if we go lower, oh no. There will be some comeuppance pretty damn soon. Stochastics look bullish here. The MACD looks like it's reset. I wouldn't say it's necessarily bullish here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it had bullish prospects ahead of it. The daily time frame, the RSI got nice and deep into the overbought zone. We're back at the 50 area where we found resistance. We found plenty of resistance here before. Now we're finding support at the same areas we were finding resistance at. Stochastics are back at the 50, perfect area to bounce. We bounced here a good bit with XRP, and the MACD is just crossed above the zero. I mean, the last time that we crossed above the zero, tell you what, guys, whenever we broke that downtrend, it didn't stop right here. It didn't stop there. It continued. It got a lot of separation. We didn't see a move like this. We saw a move that was like twice this big overall. And we continue to grow. We're consolidating, but whatever. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's going to have dramatically different results. I would expect that these results, in fact, are probably more bullish to the upside than what we saw back here. These results over here will be more bullish than what we saw back here. That's what I'm expecting. Though this one did technically take us to new all-time highs, these ones also will take us to new all-time highs. It's really hard for me to be bearish looking at the chart on the daily time frame and on the 4-hour time frame. We look at the weekly time frame, and again, the thought is here, oh my God, XRP is going to break out to the downside, right? What's the thought going to be whenever we're up here? When we're at like $2.70, $2.90, $3 right here? The thought's going to be, oh my God, it was so obvious that this was the area to buy, that we would bounce from here. It's so obvious. We're going to keep going higher because we're right in the middle of the range. And likely, once we get up here, we will break through that range. We'll break that target. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Weekly RSI bouncing off the oversold zone. Stochastics are shifted upwards. I mean, the MACD kind of is the only thing that looks bad on the weekly time frame, but other than that, I'm not really worried about the price at all. Finding support for over a year at your all-time high areas, yeah, that's not a problem. I guess this isn't your all-time high, right? That's your last cycle high, isn't it? Let's see. Is it even last cycle? Yes, that is last cycle, yeah. But still, nonetheless, all-time high areas consolidating around here, right? We've hit it once, we've hit it twice, 3 times. I think 4th time in this instance is the charm, and we will break out. I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button. Take care. Thank you all. Bye.